Well, thank you all for joining us this morning here at Ida B. Wells Elementary School under the direction and leadership of Principal Dexter Adams. Thank you to you and your team for hosting us this morning and for the incredible work that you all do with our young people every single day. I'm standing here because I'm so proud of the work of our students, of our staff, of our educators, of our families, and our community partners, and what has been accomplished. We're so proud of the results we have to show for this extraordinary work today. The new Education Recovery Scorecard, a collaboration between education researchers at Harvard and Stanford universities, highlighted the work that Metro Nashville Public Schools has done to achieve post-pandemic academic recovery. MNPS was just one of two districts that were featured in detail in the scorecard for our strategic efforts to improve student outcomes as we came out of the depths of the pandemic. The study found that MNPS, Metro Nashville Public Schools, has made substantial progress towards academic recovery. In fact, MNPS ranked third among the top 100 districts in the United States in math growth from 2022 to 2023. In addition, MNPS ranked sixth among top 100 districts in reading growth from 2022 to 2023. And MNPS was just one of two large urban school districts that ranked in the top 10 for both reading and math growth from 2022 to 2023. In the aftermath of an unprecedented situation for all of us in education, not just those of us who work in the field, but also our students and their family members, MNPS is on the leading edge of teaching and learning that gets results and prepares students for college, career, and life. And that is something we should celebrate as Nashvillians in this community. So let's celebrate those wonderful results one more time. Now, that was the national context. Here in Tennessee, it is just as powerful when you consider that last year, MNPS achieved Level 5 TVOS status 2 years in a row thanks to the improved academic success of our students, as shown in TCAP results. We not only demonstrated significant growth in TCAP results, but also exceeded the state's growth in 7 out of 8 tested categories and met their growth in one other. In addition to surpassing the state in growth in TCAP categories, MNPS has also achieved the highest proficiency ratings in ELA, both for grades 3 through 8 and overall since the implementation of new state standards and testing in the 2017-2018 school year. Now, this did not happen by accident. A lot of planning, a lot of strategic thinking, and a lot of very skillful execution of those strategies made it happen. And many, many people were involved at all levels across the district. We could not have achieved these results without a steadfast commitment to equity in everything we do and an equally strong commitment to making sure that every student is known, supported, valued, cared for, and on a path towards success. Those strategies took into consideration what we teach, how we teach it, and how we support our students. I just want to share a few examples. We implemented strong evidence-based curricula in reading and math and ensured those curricula are followed carefully through coaching cycles that support our teachers. We created new leadership development programs to ensure that our principals have what they need to be strong instructional leaders, including effective classroom observation skills and leadership playbooks. We made sure we had strong wraparound supports in place for our students, such as no-cost breakfasts and lunches for all students, advocacy centers and peace centers where students who are emotionally distressed can cool down with the help of an advocacy coach and get ready to learn again, regular check-ins with caring adults at school, which we call navigators, and our summer and weekend learning opportunities known as Promising Scholars and Enriching Scholars. We use our federal ESSER funding for professional development and curriculum support, and we spiraled over $24 million per year directly to schools so they could fund specific programs or positions to best serve their student populations. We also established research-based high-impact tutoring, accelerating scholars, that gives more than 8,000 students 90 minutes of one-on-one tutoring each week with school staff, full-time tutors, and community partners. And we increase our already robust family and community engagement through the launch of MNPS Family University, which offers courses to parents on college and career readiness, health and wellness, and other topics, and the expansion of our Community Achieves program, which brings businesses and community partners right into our schools. All of the examples I just gave were thoughtful. They were intentional efforts to get our students' academic outcomes moving back toward and beyond pre-pandemic levels as quickly as possible. And I'm extremely pleased to see the level of success we've already had. And we know that we still have plenty of work to do, and no one has slowed down in pursuing our goals. In fact, this recognition nationally just gives us more momentum to continue the great hard work. Before I turn it over to our next speaker, I want to take an opportunity to thank our teachers, our principals, including Principal Adams here at Ida B. Wells, and their leadership teams, all the support staff working in our schools, everyone supporting our schools from our MNPS Support Hub, our students, their parents, and other family members, and our business and community partners. Everyone has buckled down during some very challenging times to make these results possible. And I cannot go any further without recognizing the support and guidance and advocacy of our Board of Education members. I want to take an opportunity for you all to stand and be recognized. Mayor O'Connell, thank you to the Metro Council, which has made truly historic investments in our students, our staff, and schools over the last few years. We are so fortunate to have everyone's support. We're excited to celebrate our students' success and looking forward to more success stories, more celebrations in years to come. Yes, there will be more. So in just a moment, I'd like to turn it over to Dr. Ray Hart, who is the Executive Director of the Council of Great City Schools, of which Metro Nashville Public Schools is a proud member. Dr. Hart was so grateful. We're so grateful for your support and for you being here today with us. Can I welcome you up to the podium?
Good morning. Gives me great pleasure to join you all here in Nashville this morning. As she said, I am Ray Hart. I'm the Executive Director with the Council of the Great City Schools, and it is an honor and pleasure to be here with Superintendent Adrian Battle, Mayor O'Connell, and the other distinguished members here in acknowledging the tremendous work that has been going on here in Metro Nashville Public Schools. The teachers, student support staff, including those student support staff in food services and transportation, principals, central office staff, and others should be commended on the incredible work that they have done. And the data released a couple of weeks ago in the Education Recovery Scorecard shows that they are among the top districts in the country in recovering from the pandemic. And as was shared, the specific data was shared, but just understanding what that recovery means is important. First and foremost, there are very few districts who showed significant recovery in both reading and math. And that is an incredible feat and a testament to the teachers and the staff and the work they've put in. The other thing to do to put this recovery in context, Sean Reardon, who was one of the authors of the study, he is a professor at Stanford University, was on NPR and a couple of weeks ago, and he shared that if a district sees about a third of a recovery in reading or math in a year, that is huge growth. That is historically larger growth than we've ever seen as a nation. And just to put that in context as well, the growth that was exhibited here in Metro Nashville is growth that is above and beyond the national average. So the 2/3 of a growth that you saw, nearly 2/3 of a growth in math, and the significant growth, well over a quarter of a growth in reading, is above and beyond the national growth and average. So almost 2 years of growth in a single year. That is impressive. And so to the staff and others who are here, thank you so much. The pandemic, COVID-19, had a significant impact on our students, on our communities. The impact and the time away from schools that our students spent was significant. And our school systems experienced a tremendous loss in terms of educational outcomes for our kids. But what this data shows is that when we invest in our children, when we make investments in their educational experience, that our schools and our school districts deliver, that our teachers actually can make a significant difference for our children in the classroom. And staff focused not only on the educational outcomes of kids, but also building up, as was shared earlier, the social emotional needs of our kids, the mental health needs of our kids. All of those had to be addressed coming out of the pandemic, and we applaud the school district for their results. And finally, Metro Nashville has, as I shared earlier, experienced significant recovery relative to their peers in the nation. And relative to large urban school districts, as was shared earlier, the significant ranking of Metro Nashville in terms of recovery in math and reading has been impressive, and they are leading the nation, and we are pleased to learn from them about what it means to lift up student achievement across the country. We will share that across our member districts, and so thank you for leading the way for the students that we work with. And to be sure, there's more work to be done. Our children are not where they need to be. And so our school districts, and particularly those in the large urban school districts, recognize that there's significant work to be done. But there's also positive news in the data that we observed. The African American students, for example, in Metro Nashville grew at the same rate as their peers across the community. The poor students in Metro Nashville grew at the same rate as their peers across the community. And for the first time nationally in more than a decade, it's been since 2011, since the African American and white gap in educational achievement has closed, and it narrowed for the first time in over a decade. And so what it shows is that when we make an investment in our students and our kids, we can make progress. And so I want to just take this moment to thank the superintendent, the principals and administrators across the district, the school board members who are here for the devotion that you have given to the students in the district, and then mostly to the teachers, most importantly to the teachers and the staff that work at the school level. Thank you for the tremendous investment that you've made in your children. And now I'd like to introduce the Honorable Mayor of Nashville, who has 2 children in the school district and has committed to supporting the district as well. So to the Honorable Mayor Freddie O'Connell, I believe you're going to come up and share some words, and thank you for joining us here this morning as well. Thank you.
So this is what I think I love best about today is, Dr. Battle and I, through my time on council and already a few times serving as mayor, we get to have these local moments of celebration of investment locally. We also get to enjoy, I was there for the party the first time we hit TVAS level 5, and so even in the state, but today, this is national recognition. We have a national case study in academic recovery, so thank you all for joining. Dr. Adams, thanks to you, the teachers, the support staff, and all the students at Ida B. Wells Elementary for welcoming us to your campus. I can't think of a better place to make this announcement. And Dr. Hart, thank you for joining us to provide context, and glad to be joined too by Councilmember Sean Parker. We know that the collaboration between our local government here in Metro and the school district, having 4 school board members present for this, says very good things. And our hope is that this is a credit to every teacher, every administrator, every support staffer, to echo Dr. Battle, who's been doing the community's most important work. And I think today is a reflection of why it mattered to do that important work under difficult circumstances. So we know that Metro School's motto is every student known, but we also know that this has been a team effort, making sure that teachers, support staff, school leaders were all in the buildings, bringing students and families in, and we see you, we support you, and we celebrate you. And so that starts at the top. So my congratulations to Dr. Battle and the school board for leadership of Metro Schools that has brought us to this place. We have known for a while now that Metro Schools has been a leader in growth compared to the state, and it's great to be here to see us being a leader nationally in academic recovery. The progress has been made possible in part because of investments, and these matter. I think what I hope today is a celebration of is the return on those investments. We have invested in our support staff, including school bus drivers and cafeteria workers. We have invested in social emotional support systems such as advocacy centers in elementary schools and an expansion of classroom associates to ensure students continue learning when teachers are absent. We have invested in the highest teacher pay anywhere in the state of Tennessee because we know how valuable the profession is, how hard they work, and that our students are worth that investment and our teachers are worth that investment. And I am excited that schools are the top investment in our first proposed capital spending plan as we complete important elementary schools projects, respond to maintenance needs, and also offer innovation. This is where schools should be in our investment. And we know there have been investments made possible through pandemic-related education funding from the federal government, ESSER, which enabled the district to purchase more textbooks and curriculum materials, invest in professional growth and learning for teachers, provide for stronger SEL and mental health supports, and so much more. ESSER is coming to an end in June, and we are at the end of that one-time federal funding opportunity. But we know the needs of our students won't end there, and that is why we have worked, and my administration has worked closely with Dr. Battle and her team and the school board to ensure that, unlike a lot of the rest of the country, we don't face a cliff, but rather we have worked to build a bridge for ESSER. Thanks to fiscally prudent policies enacted over the last few years, we've seen a large growth in reserves that we haven't seen in Metro previously. And by providing this bridge funding, we are going to ensure that we don't lose talented and experienced team members who have been hired through ESSER and whose positions might end without these additional funds. And this is why I stand here today optimistic about public education in Nashville. The collaborative effort, the ability to demonstrate return on investment, the way that students are responding give me that confidence. And so again, returning to that personal note, I am a proud Metro Schools parent. I am a member of both a PTO and PTSO in elementary and middle schools here. And I can't say how grateful I am for the teachers and staff members and other families who work with my children every day. It's one thing to, again, be recognized by your own community. It's another to be upheld as a model by the rest of the country. And I am grateful. Thank you, and congratulations.
All right, good morning. It is indeed an honor to welcome you here to Ida B. Wells Elementary School, where we strive for academic excellence each day. Today is a major day in our story, and I am proud that we get to help tell the story of the significant growth of an individual school as part of a thriving urban school district. Ida B. Wells is a name that carries a lot of responsibility. And our journey began in 2018 with the consolidation of two small elementary schools, Glenn Elementary down the street and Caldwell, which we presently sit in, today known as Ida B. Wells. And that became from the gentrification of two small elementary schools, feeling actually the pressure of gentrification. And now Ida B. Wells is producing results for our students. We have made significant academic growth, and we have now exited the state's priority school list. And with exiting the priority school list, we are proud to say we are also a reward school. What's even better, I can tell you, is how it happened. We took deliberate steps over the course of years to fundamentally change how we taught and supported our students. We became the first Avid elementary school in the district which established a college-going culture from day one with students. We focused on high-quality instruction and curriculum that pushed our students to exceed and excel. The focus became clear through the district's leadership playbook and our continuous improvement cycle. We have rapid fire sessions that gave actionable feedback to teachers based on data trends from frequent observations. Identifying trends in our building, giving authentic, actionable feedback, and providing professional development around these identified trends have taken our teachers and learners to a new level of practice, which has increased both student growth and achievement. To enhance what is happening at our school each day to support dramatic student academic growth, we literally expanded the time we spend with students. We are part of the Scholars Portfolio, which includes an extra month with students each summer, engaging activities on Saturdays, and high-dosage tutoring through Accelerating Scholars. You've seen this work school-wide, but you will see it in each individual student. For example, we have a student in 5th grade, Jordan Carney, who is part of our inaugural class of Ida B. Wells Elementary. Plans on attending Louisiana State University and majoring in education. Because of the growth he has experienced here, he tells us that he knows he is smart and wants to become a teacher to help other students realize their strengths. And that is just one story of many. Continue to follow us as a school and keep reading our narrative. Our story isn't over, and we are still writing. Welcome.
This has been a service of the Metro Nashville Network. If you would like to see this presentation again, or for more information on this and other programs, visit nashville.gov.